Lady from the 57th.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I think if someone randomly asked any of us in this chamber why we ran for office, the most common answer would be, I wanted to help people. And I'd like to think that no matter how many years we have in office or where our districts reside, that is still the case for all of us. So it's confusing to me and my office, the office of the 57th, which routinely gets calls from constituents of some of the GOP districts surrounding me asking for assistance. They often self-identify as conservatives or Republicans, and it's not uncommon for them to tell me that their senator will not answer their calls or their emails, and they cannot reach their representative, and would our office please help them? We've handled multiple UI cases from people in surrounding districts simply because they have needed help, and their representatives, in most cases, were not responsive. Now, I'd like to think that the commitment and compassion to help people would be reason enough for us to pick up our damn phones or return our emails, but unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, some in this body, I think, could use a healthy dose of the fear about losing a next election, an election that would not be guaranteed because maps would not be written in their favor, to light a fire under them to do their jobs and do it well. Most people don't realize that a big part of this job involves constituent services and casework, and I'm sure they'd be shocked and saddened to know that for many, in a time when they are most desperately in need for someone to answer their call, that they are being outright ignored. Because they can be, because of accountability. Because no matter how derelict one can be at your job, if you've been living in a decade with maps that guarantee you will be reelected and are presented with maps that lock that in at the same level for another decade, you really don't have to do it, and you can still keep that job. Partisan gerrymandering and partisan advantage frankly create lazy, disengaged leaders with little motivation to do the very basic, non-sexy work of the office, like picking up your phone, answering your email, and sometimes being yelled at by constituents who need your help or are unhappy about something that state government is doing. When you have maps that make sure your districts are cut to win, I guess you don't have to answer that phone or email, or have town halls or district office hours, or show up at community events that don't involve a spotlight for you to put on future literature. See, accountability is the bottom line. And Mr. Speaker, I think you'd remember why you ran real fast if you knew that a dereliction of duty, the most basic of reasons we sit in these seats, helping people, meant that you might not win that re-election. Gerrymandered maps hurt people. They cheat the citizens of Wisconsin out of responsive representatives, and they are anti-democratic. These maps in discussion today are gerrymandered, and the vote is no. Thank you.